Okay, we're going to be doing overhead walking lunges. So you want to grab a plate. This is a 25-pound plate. You might want to start with 10 pounds if you're new to this. The plate is going to be overhead. You want to make sure your arms are fully extended, elbows are locked out, and then you're going to do your lunges. Okay? So when you lunge, you want to have your knee at a 45-degree angle, or sorry, a 90-degree angle. And then walk forward. Your knee can tap the ground or hover just above it. And a tendency I have is my elbows start to bend as I get tired. So really make sure you're keeping your arms straight. And then when you're walking, I always say don't walk on a tightrope. So keep your steps wide, and that's going to help you stay stable. There's a lot of core stability involved in this exercise. So give it a try, have fun. All right, deadlifts. So you want to make sure that you really take the time to set up here. So setting up for your deadlift, the bar should be over your laces, okay? And then you're going to shoot your hips back and bend the knees until your shins touch the bar, okay? Then you want to really engage your lats, engage your core. Grab the bar, shift your weight back into your heels, and you're going to think about bringing your chest up or showing your nipples to the wall. So once you're really tight, everything is engaged. Big breath out. And stand, okay? And then stay engaged, stay tight, lower down. A couple other things to think about, make sure your shoulders are back and that you're never ever rounding your back, but that your spine stays super straight. Enjoy your deadlifts. Pull-ups, a lot of people really struggle with these. They're a great body weight exercise. And so if you can't do a strict pull-up yet, I'm gonna have you start with the bar. Okay? The higher the bar is, the easier it's gonna be. So pick a height that feels appropriate for you. And then go ahead and get underneath the bar. Straighten your arms out all the way. And then pull till your chest taps the bar, okay? You wanna really engage your lats here. And make sure you're straightening out your arms all the way. As soon as you can't tap the bar to your chest, you're done. So when I say 2 reps short of failure, for strict pull-ups, the way you know you're done with the bar when it's lower is when you can't tap your chest anymore, okay? Standing strict press. I really like strict presses. I find that they just make my shoulders feel really good. They're really challenging for me, and they also help my mobility with any sort of overhead pressing. And I always think about when you've got to take your bike and get it up onto your roof rack, if that's the kind of rack you have. Also really helpful for preventing injury if you ever crash, right, and you put your hands out. How many of us have Superman out on the trail? And this is a great way to prevent any sort of shoulder issues from crashing. So what we want to do is have feet hip distance apart. Brace your core. We're going to be squeezing our glutes at the top of the press. And then when your arms come all the way up, you want to push your head through the window. Okay, the window is the space that your arms make when they're overhead. All right? So it looks like this. And remember to go to full extension, right? So your arms should lock out, elbows are straight, and to not excessively stick your butt out. So strict press, enjoy that. Okay, we've got a killer core finisher for this workout. So the first one is a plank saw. So you're gonna wanna have a set of sliders and then some sort of a pad or a mat for your elbows. And you're gonna get your feet on the sliders and then get down on your forearms and push back and then forward. Back and then forward, okay? And you're working super hard to keep your core and your spine stable. Again, making sure to not drop your hips or curve your spine or round your spine, okay? So, and those are just killer. Okay, so then the next one are Russian twists with weight. You can use a ball, you can use a dumbbell, you can use a kettlebell, really any weight is fine. I like to use 20 pounds. I find that that's challenging for me, but doable. And so you wanna make sure that you're lifting your chest up here, that you're not rounding your lower back. And then you wanna keep your lower body as still and quiet as possible, so you don't wanna be all wonkosaurus back and forth. Okay, so chest up, I'm not rounding my lower back, and then I'm gonna rotate side to side, keeping my feet up. Okay, and notice I'm not tapping the weight down. I don't want you to do that because then you tend to relax, right? I want you to stay engaged for the duration of this exercise. So chest is up, feet are up. I'm going back and forth. Okay, from the side. Okay, those are the Russian twists. And then the last one is a hollow hold with a weight that you're moving back and forth from your feet to your hands. So same thing, you want your chest to be up, but then when you come down against the mat, you want your lumbar, your lower back, to press into the mat, okay? So I'm gonna start here, put the weight on my feet, and this is where I'm making sure my lumbar is in contact with the mat, and then I'm coming up, and my chest is up, I'm not rounding my back, so staying up, and full extension overhead. Come up. And happy core.